if you're following somebody that you don't believe in, like, then you're very much wasting your time and effectively doing a lot of damage. Hello everyone, Pro here. So I figured I might as well take some time to talk about something real because, well, it's this part I could probably finish everything in 30 minutes, but I'm gonna split the part up into like 15, and then also I'm gonna do a bit of grinding as well in this chapter. So might as well talk about something you know, actually useful and stuff. So yeah, I know, what an introduction, right? But honestly, I think the reason I want to talk about being a follower is, or how to be a good follower, excuse me, yeah, let me very much explain the difference, right? Because being a good follower in this world is very important, right? Because if you really think about it, as good as being a leader is, like, don't get me wrong, we definitely need more leaders in this world. The followers are the ones who actually get everything done, right? And without them, we wouldn't have anything, right? Like, I know, like, this is the curse of our human nature, right? It's so hard for us to keep track of so many things at once, right? So, like, you'll always see these history books of, like, praising all these great, amazing leaders, right? And don't get me wrong, they definitely deserve their praise as well, right? But you'll never hear, like, the stories of all the countless men and women that have come before us that really helped shape the world as it is, right? Like, their important contributions, like anybody that's ever participated in wars to, like, liberate, you know, for freedom and stuff like that, and, like, the unsung heroes, like, that's who I'm talking about, right? And, like, that's the important thing, right? Is that it's good to acknowledge really good followers when you see them, right? And speaking of which, this is a really good on-screen example right now, right? Like, Percival is the perfect quintessential, like, follower, right? Because he's also a really amazing leader, right? He's such an amazing leader, as you can tell by, like, just how much I'm praising him in game and stuff, right? I get it. It's a fictional character, right? But, like, since the story is so well written and the characters are so well written for me to actually, like, use them in real life examples, I'm gonna do it, right? So yeah, Percival is a really good example of a really good follower, right? Because he's also an amazing leader, like, you know, he's both. And how did he get to such a good position, right? How did he become such an amazing leader? Because he was an amazing follower as well, right? That's the important thing, is that people need to understand that, like, there's such a negative connotation associated with the word follower, right? If I ask you, like, hey, do you want to be a follower? You'd probably tell me, like, fuck no, I don't want to be no follower, bro. I'm a leader, you know? And, you know, like, that's cool and all. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, it's important to know, like, that we need good, strong leaders, right? But in order to be that, you have to be a really good follower, right? Because there's so much things. Let me just first break the negative connotations of, like, what good followers are, right? Good followers have such important roles in our society, right? Because followers have to really screen people. You have to really be really good at, like, getting to know people, right? You have to know people in order to be a really good follower, because you're basically, if you're choosing to follow somebody, it's probably for a really good reason, right? And if you just follow whoever, right, like, that's not you being a good follower. That's you being a sheep, right? That's the difference right there. I'll gladly tell you that's the difference, right? That's what you don't want to be. You don't want to be a sheep in a world where there's already enough sheep, right? Because then we're really never gonna get anywhere, right? You're just contributing to the problem, right? Like, of a lack of good leaders and followers, right, in this world, right? And I know that seems harsh, but, like, I'm just being truthfully honest with you, right? I'm being super blunt. Like, I'm not gonna hold anything back, right? Like, this world needs lots of really good followers, right? But we're not getting them because people just want to be apathetic and stuff, right? Like, and I get it. It's very soul crushing. Like, there's so many things going on in the world that just make you not want to even, like, care, right? I get it. I understand that. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna be a follower anyway, right, you might as well be the best one that you can be, so that way you learn how to become a good leader, and then eventually, like, that's how the cycle kind of goes, right? You be a follower, right, but then you'll eventually be a leader as well, because that's how it goes, right? In order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Most of the qualities that I said in, like, being a good leader are evident in a good follower, right? Like, being a good follower, you have to check being a follower requires you to check your ego to such a degree that like you know you're good, right? Like because obviously like you can't be like no, you know what, I'm the big dog here, right? Like there can't be like, and not everybody can be the tribal chief, you know, like not everybody can be like the general, not everybody can be the president, right? It's like but at the same time, you as a person with the authority of, you know, goodwill, right? The authority that we have as human beings that is naturally given to us, right? Your natural ability to think, right? Like that's what people like can't take from you. You know, like that's what makes you that's what's gonna help you become a really good follower and actually get things done, right? And that's the most important thing about followers, is that they get things done. The power of us together is so great that we can make literally great changes, right? Like all the, like I said earlier, right? All the unsung heroes that never got their credit, right? Because again, that's mostly us. Like that's a very terrible design. As that's us being human beings, right? We can't handle more than a couple things at a time, right? We can't memorize all these great names. We can memorize the George Washingtons and like the, you know, and all these amazing heroes, right? Like, or I'm sorry, all these amazing leaders, I should say, not heroes, because you got to look at people objectively too, right? You can't, like, if people committed atrocities, like you have to acknowledge that as well. It's like, hey, as good as people are, right? You also have to acknowledge that they're sometimes motivated by their own self-interest as well, right? Like, and it's okay to acknowledge that, because like not everybody, we're not perfect human beings, right? But don't go glamorizing or you know, don't go making people into something that they're not, or you know, really making people, idolizing people, right? That's not what a good follower does, because a good follower is somebody that can look at somebody very objectively and like look through all like the smoke and mirrors, right? And like look at somebody very objectively and be like, you know what, this is somebody I can follow. This is definitely somebody that like I am willing to you know, follow their lead, because I've done my due diligence as a good follower, and now I know exactly what this person can do, right? Because being a good follower, right, you often learn a lot of things as well, right? You're also a really good learner, right? And you take everything that you learn, you become kind of like a sponge, and then you make things better for everybody around you, right? That's just how it goes. Like it's the cycle of leadership, right? Like you start off, you learn, and then like you pass on that knowledge, right? Because you may not always be a follower. In fact, life is going to throw you in situations where you have to be a leader now, right? Whether that be like you become a parent, or like you know, you're at a job now, or maybe you organize something to really help out your community, right? To help out become get changes done into your own levels, right? Or whatever, right? The point is like you're gonna get things done. And oh god, and part of getting things done, right, is putting through all types of adversity and like taking a killer lance to the face, and hopefully that paladin isn't within range to capitalize off that. And I hate how like Fire Emblem always does this, but there you go. This is like, there you go. This is the fun of it too, right? This is like this is why I like doing this too, because it's also a nice breath of it's a change of pace, right? Not only can I do this, like, and be serious about this, and don't get me wrong, I definitely do need I'm definitely gonna do videos where I can talk about this in a much more different, in a different space, so that way I can, speak my thoughts properly. But honestly, like this is fun to do, right? Because like this is like what I live for, like, you know, like it's a little bit of entertainment, right? Like it's a little bit of oh god, it's fun. It's fun that Milady can live on 1 health and nobody else is in range to attack her. So that's the type of fun, like you know, like playing this and talking about this, right? It's also really good, like to like believe it or not, right? It's also a nice little rest for like for you guys as well. So that way, like you guys aren't just absorbing all this information and like not understanding what I'm saying. It's also, you know, it's very good. I mean, I'm obviously like I'm trying to do both at the same time, right? Well, like that's the fun of it. That's the fun of of learning. Like there is no right way to do things, right? Like this is my way of doing things, and I'm having fun doing this, and I hope you guys have fun doing this. Like I hope you guys are having fun watching me use Roy and like miss at 87 when I'm like when I literally thought for a split second like you know what, I don't need to move Lilina in closer to secure the kill, right? Actually, I should have given this kill to Thea, but whatever. But yeah, no, that's going back to like circling back to my follower point, right? It's very important to be a very good follower, right? In this world. Hold on, let me think about this real quick. Sorry, yeah, I just had to figure a way to like unbind myself real quick because I also like I'm playing this game and I also need to like play good as well, right? So that's part of it. And but no, honestly, like I'm glad I took a really I'm glad I took a chance to like really slow things down just a little bit as well, because I also going back to a really good point about being a follower, right, is that you develop a sense of loyalty, right? And just think about that for a second. Like loyalty is such an important trait, right? And you as a follower, like you're giving your loyalty to somebody whether they deserve it or not, right? And that's on you, right? Like, because you have to really determine like, okay, is this person worth my loyalty or not? And I hate in this world that there's so many people that just throw their loyalty around like it's nothing, you know, like oh, you know what, yeah, I'll be loyal to this person, who cares, like they're I like them or whatever. And it's like, no, like never be loyal to somebody that like that doesn't deserve it, right? That's what it is to be a follower as well, right? Like if you're following somebody that you don't believe in, like then you're very much wasting your time and effectively doing a lot of damage. But it's okay because you know, Thea is a good follower and she knows I'm a good leader. That's why she got such a great level up. So but no, being serious for a second, like no, honestly, loyalty is so important in today's world, right? Because without loyalty, like think about what type of world we live in without loyalty. You know, like if everybody was a bastard, like in fact, I'm actually glad I'm talking about this now, because like this is what the game of this is what FE6 major theme is, right? Like there's so much betrayal behind the scenes, right? Because nobody wants to be loyal, because everybody wants to be a top dog or whatever, right? In fact, Narshan is such a good example of what it means to be a terrible follower, right? He's a terrible leader because he's such a terrible follower, right? Like, look at this. He's so incompetent. Realistically, right? Like, this is what I was talking about earlier in one of my when we saw Gale, right? If Gale was the one leading the charge to Lycia, like this, we would already be done. Like, there would be no game. Like, we get as far as to like getting to the castle, right? And to like Castle Araphen, and then like Gale would have been like, oh, you know what? No, let me stomp out whoever's left in here, and then that's it. That's game over. There's no chance of advancing, right? And it's like, and again, obviously that's by design, right? But like, it's also a good lesson to learn, like in that, like, yeah, the reason that this happened this way is because of how things even played out to begin with, right? So like look at that, like it's actually good. It's actually a good thing that Narshan is such a incompetent like follower and leader, right? Because that works. That's what allows us to like actually have the chance to even survive, right? So, but yeah, but think about like all the people that would have checked Narshans, right? We're basically we're the ones that are kind of taking advantage of that, right? Like, and that's the thing, right? Followers like take good advantage of like what their situation is, right? And don't get me wrong, obviously the leaders are the ones that like make the plans and everything, right? But like followers are the ones that execute, right? Look at like the simple task that like Zephiel gave to and I'm removing morality from this. Like, just look at it objectively, right? Zephiel just said, okay, like, bet, go conquer that village over there that in the desert, right? Because there's a divine weapon there, and we don't need this getting into the hands of the enemy, right? And because Narshan is so incompetent, like, and he got so scared that, like, oh god, the Lycian army, they're after me now. He basically fled the first chance he got. He's like, okay, you know what? Let me go take care of these guys, but let me do it from a better position, right? Let me go back to Aquilia where I'm better defended and I can use. In fact, he's scheming over here, talking about like, oh yeah, let me use a Truya to help me take these guys down, right? He's not even thinking about like the consequences, right? Of like his inept actions, right? He's just so short-sighted, right? And that's, again, if that's the type of follower that you want to be, well, that's hey, like, more power to you, right? Like, but like that's not how, you know, that's not how things should be done. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna end this part now. Actually, this part right here, because I was actually wanting to talk a little bit more about being a follower, but honestly, this is where it kind of like naturally headed up, right? So, like, yeah, I know it's a little bit much, and I'm definitely all over the place, but again, this is me finding my niche. I mean, realistically, I'm over here thinking, like, these videos, if I'm being fully transparent with you, right? I know these Let's Plays are not going to be viewed for, like, years to come, honestly. This Let's Play right here is definitely not going to be seen, not going to see the light of day for quite a while, right? And I'm okay with that. That's not... I'm not going to be like, oh my god, this is going to be the one that's going to blow up my channel and all stuff. No, honestly, like, people are going to probably come on here and be like, okay, hey, look, this guy is talking some really good stuff, right? And that's okay. Like, again, like, that I'm not going to be discovered. I'm okay with that. Like, it's totally fine, because this is part of the process as well that we need to learn, right? Or that I need to learn, I should say. So, but yeah, I definitely do appreciate you if you're here, though, because you don't have to be. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, right? And you know, I'll leave these guys I'll leave these guys be. I'll just kill the boss. So yeah, like, I was kind of hoping like I could grind a little bit more, but no, it's okay. Like, honestly, like, I'm very satisfied with like how I presented this a little bit better. Like, cause like, honestly, like the way I presented the how to be a leader, like, I was a little bit all over the place, and don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit all over the place here as well, but at least the way I did it, like, I was able to kind of do it in a way where it's a little bit more satisfying to hear, right? Cause like, again, I kind of just thought about it like last minute, right? And I was like, oh wait, I have a good examples of like what it means to really talk about the topic that I'm actually like talking about right now, right? And that's a good thing, right? So I give this kill to Lilina. You know, I think she deserves it. Hopefully she doesn't miss, because if she does, she's dead as fuck. But that's beyond the point. But yeah, look at this. Like, this guy, whatever, right? Like, this guy is one of those like. He's also an incompetent follower, right? Like, he's loyal to burn to the end, right? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing, but it's like he should really, he's so afraid for his own life. And to be fair, like, honestly, I would be too, right? Like, if Zephiel was the one berating me, telling me like, hey, get your ass, you know, going, we're going to war and shit, right? Like, I'd be terrified of that. So, hey, that's you know, I'm not hating on Guy whatsoever, so. And you know what, let me check this. Oh yeah, this is like, this is there we go. This guy basically tells you like how imposing Zephiel is. Like, I mean, it's kind of cool to see it from the perspective of somebody, right? But like, because we saw it, I personally think they should have said something else, right? But whatever. Small nitpick. Again, I don't mean to nitpick everything, right? I don't want to. But yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah. There's no more reinforcements because I killed the boss, so like, I'll take that. So actually, yeah, let me grab some things I need to sell. So yeah, I'm definitely selling these garbage steel lances, right? Like, and you know what? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can talk about, like, for there definitely is. I definitely barely scratched the surface. And in fact, like I said, I'm probably gonna have to make a video of this on my own to really more solidify my points. But like, this is just something I wanted to talk about, because again, might as well talk about it while I'm playing as well, right? I personally find it very entertaining to do so. So you know what? Nah, we're almost done anyway. I don't need Saul to do that. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, so this is the cool thing about, like, I guess waiting, right? Or kind of killing the bosses. I don't have to worry about reinforcements. I feel so I like this game when I don't have to worry about reinforcements, right? Ain't that some shit? Like, I don't have to worry about reinforcements coming in and ambushing me like to hell. So, and then also I gotta buy some stuff as well. So well, yeah, like, I'm gonna send Geese into the arena, because like, I honestly, he needs to redeem himself. He's pissing me off too. Like, and it's my fault. I shouldn't be complaining about using a unit that you know, that's not really very used. But it's like, come on, man. I'm trying here. I'm trying to give this dude kills, and he's just not performing, right? And that's unfortunate, because like, I don't want to have to bench somebody, right, for that. Like, I genuinely want to give him a chance. And no more steel axes, right? Okay, cool. Actually, you know what? I have a decent amount of gear, and I'm probably not gonna buy. Actually, I'm not gonna buy much because I need to save my money for the next one. Right? Oh God, why did I just do that? Okay, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. I was supposed to what's it called? I was supposed to check first before I did something that stupid. Well, whatever. Can I give him another chance? No, but I can buy something with Noah. So there we go. And yeah, like I'll definitely give Geese some shine here, but no, I'm not gonna like be abusing either. Like I'm just gonna get out of here as soon as I can. So I'd buy 1 killing edge. Any more iron lances? No. I'll buy 2 killer lances. I need more iron bows. I think I checked that there's steel bows in the next chapter, and then we also get the silver card. So you know, I'll buy another killing edge just to be safe, and more another iron sword. So we should be good here. And then like after this, we'll get the members card. So that's what honestly I'm good for. So and okay, the last thing we got to do is feed Geese a kills, right? So make sure that's good. God, please, Geese, if you could just... Okay, he should win this one. Okay, actually, you know what? I'll dance for Geese, because he's desperately falling behind. And actually, cool, perfect. I don't even have to heal him. And he doesn't double a Pegasus Knight, so that's kind of cringe, but whatever. I don't care. You know what? I don't mind this video going a little bit longer, so... But yeah. Yeah, Geese is not being a good follower right now by just getting slaughtered. Oh yeah, that's definitely Iron Sword, so... These are all kind of random, so like the good thing is you can generally like tell like how good your unit matches up based on the actual like amount of gold you pay. So yeah, anything above 700, I'm not even risking with Geese. With my better units for sure, but like, oh god, he got nothing from that. Whatever, I got gold. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna heal him for a little bit more ship XP for Saul, and we're gonna seize. So. Speaking of terrible followers, it's Cecilia. No, I'm kidding. She's not. Actually, Cecilia is a very good example of another good follower as well. Actually, all the Etrurian generals are, and I guess technically Bronya and actually all the generals, with the exception of Narshan, are very good example of followers. Right? They're good leaders too. So like that's crazy. There you go. If you become a good follower, like you'll definitely become a good leader. So there you go. That's the biggest takeaway. And yeah, like I'm surprised this village has stayed hidden for as long as it did, right? But hey, you know what? I guess with rumors, right? Like you know what? Like, because you would think humans would like be like, hey, what's in the what's in the Nevada desert? You know, let's go really explore it, right? But I guess sandstorms are in the way, so like I think that's cool. Oh, that's done. And realistically, if you have no business going down to the Nevada desert because it's a desert, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm not trying to die down there. Like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. So. Yeah, cold logic, Merlinus. I get it. You know, there's never been no dragons, but there you go. At least Roy is sensible. It's like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. I like, see, Roy is so sensible. Like, I really like how Roy really is, like, what's the perfect word to describe Roy? Like, he has really good judgment. He has really good judgment, and obviously, again, really good for following, but also great for being a leader as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this episode. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy what I do, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next part. Take care.